Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the Air Hogs Jetpack Hero. This is a 2.4 gigahertz flying person thing. Basically a plane, though it looks like a jetpack hero. It's got ducted fans here, so you can see you've got on each side you've got a little ducted fan that's nice and protected, so you don't have to worry about losing blades when you crash in the grass or land it or anything. So that's pretty cool. They're really protected and safe. It uses differential thrust to turn, so it turns by changing the speed of the left or right prop depending on which way it wants to turn, and then you gain height or lose height by giving it throttle or more or less throttle. So it'll climb with throttle and then fall without throttle. So it's just a two-channel plane. You've got your controller here with your left and right and your throttle. It is a spring-loaded throttle. You've got a charging cable hidden away there in the center, and it takes about 35 minutes to charge. You can get about 10 minutes of flight. And then you've got a little trim knob here to trim it out and make sure it flies nice and straight when you're not giving any input. And I found that it flies really, really nice. It is really easy to fly. It'll hold a nice level height at just over half throttle. It kind of flies in a high alpha mode like this, and if you just keep the throttle nice and easy, it'll keep a nice level flight. I've only flown it once so far. I had an actual little break in the weather yesterday after I got home from work, so I took it out for a quick flight. When it was early in the battery, when it had a lot of power, I found it a little bit hard to find that sweet spot where it would hold a height. So it was kind of constantly climbing and falling a little bit, but still very easy to fly. Nice sharp turns. It kind of wants to stall when it turns, so you give it some throttle while you make a turn, and it'll keep its height nice and easily. And it's really well protected. It's got good thick foam on it. So I actually, I crashed in the grass a few times, crashed out in the street on the concrete, and not a single thing has happened. I think actually there's just a tiny, tiny little piece of the foam cracked out on one of the crashes, and otherwise it is pretty much unharmed. So this thing's quite durable. I think pretty much anybody could safely fly it, and you're not going to hurt it. It's just all foam, and anytime you crash, you're not going to hit the props or anything. So just a really nice, enjoyable flight. It's just a really stress-free, carefree kind of flying. So highly recommended. Comes in red and blue, so you can get the color that's best for you. And the case is actually made to be reusable. It's got a handle, and it's got all the places in there that you can fit this back in there and then use it as a carrying case to take with you to the flying field or whatever. So I like that. I like to see them using the boxes as reusable carrying cases. I think really that's about all there is to say about it, so let's check out that flight footage that I was able to get. Alright, I got a little break in the weather here, so I'm going to try giving my first flight to the Air Hogs Jetpack Hero, and we'll see how she goes. Not bad. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh! Need to get a little more gas there. I think I need a little bit of right trim on it. Looks like no damage done in the little crash there. Let's try staying over here to fly it. So it looks like it stays level at just over half a throttle. Give it too much throttle, it climbs pretty quick. Pretty good sharp turns. I'm having a little bit of trouble finding that nice level flight spot though. Very, very precise on the throttle to find that nice level spot. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like it's a little bit hard to keep it level. It's flying pretty nice though, and there's a little bit of a breeze out today. Let's give her another little spin. Still feel like it's not perfectly trimmed out. Oh gosh. Looks pretty cool, that's for sure. It can turn nice and sharp. Gotta make sure to give it some good throttle while turning because it wants to stall a little bit. It's very manageable though. Seems like now that the battery's died down a little bit, it's a little easier to keep it level without it wanting to climb too much. Whoa! Aww. It's taking these little crash landings, no problem though. It's nice and durable, thick foam, no exposed blades, so no problem with losing any props. Alright, let's see if I can bring it back for a little hand landing. Oh, a little short. Alright, well there it is. That's the flight of the Air Hogs Jetpack Hero. Pretty cool little plane thingy. Alright, well thanks for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you next time.